I'm gonna unmute my mic. Mm-hmm. Hello everyone, this is Walkman here with QuickMax, obviously about to do another interview with N4US. A little before that real quick, as you can see on the top there, I got a link for the King of Fighters Evo Pop Bonus Fundraiser. Make sure you guys have been spreading the news about that. In case you don't know, Arcade Shock and Southtown Arcade are going to have a fundraiser to increase the Evo Pot Bonus for King of Fighters to, help get more people there, and we don't know how King of Fighters will always be here at Evo on main stage. So if we're going to do it, we might as well do it up big. So it doesn't necessarily get any bigger than adding to the pot. Obviously on the bottom there's some people I say follow me, Sparkster, Hans, the I Play Winter Crew, Roger Dodger, Southtown Arcade definitely, Manchester, who's Gibby, Arcade Shock, and Hell Pockets. Those are just the ones I have because they're the ones I end up usually talking to the most. Over here on the interview page, we have N4US. Say hi to everyone.
Hey, it's me, N4US.
There, obviously follow him on Twitter. Follow him on the stream, Twitch TV, Roy Story. So real quick, obviously explain to everyone who you are and where you're from.
I am N4US. My actual name's Elric. I am from the NorCal area. I'm some kind of like more of the southern part of it, like in Moss Beach, kind of a bit down south. And I've been playing King of Fighters 13 at Southtown Arcade and several other places.
Okay, so how exactly did you get the name N4US or anything like that?
It's kind of silly. I used to make music.
Oh yeah.
Under the name Nuclear Winter Wonderland, and I wanted to shorten it down, and I was gonna make it NWW, but there was a guy who made similar music that also had NWW, so I was like, well, W is double U, so it'd be like 4 U's, so N4US.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
That's actually pretty clever. I wouldn't have thought of that. So, who do you currently play in King of Fighters 13?
Currently, I play my team right now is Leona, Clark, and Benamaru, and sometimes not really as much, but sometimes like Ash if I feel it's necessary.
Okay. So, what position do you play them in that order, or?
Sometimes I'll switch it up if I think it's necessary. Most of the time I put Leona on point, Clark second, Benamaru anchor. Sometimes I'll put like Leona on anchor if I think the first couple characters might be bad matches for her. Yeah.
So, how much experience do you actually have with King of Fighters and SNK games in general? Just like, have you played any others previously, or?
Yeah, I have. Like I always like kind of like played them casually over the years. I know my first really big experience with it was I think like 2005. I started playing KOF 2002, and I also played 11 a bit. But I didn't really play them really seriously. It was like mostly with friends and stuff. And and when I first got into 13, I think it was when they had it at NorCal Regionals, I think like 2010, and I think it was like Gibby brought that board
Yeah.
and like had people play it for free, and I was pretty awful at it, but yeah, and then like when they brought it to the Southtown Arcade, I started playing it a lot there, and was training with Reiki a lot, and I played at nearly every RAN bet they've had for the game at Southtown since.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah.
I remember that NCR. I was totally hyped to go over there and play some King of Fighters, and then I had a seasonal job at Walmart and I had to work. So I'm like, dang.
Yeah, I lost to Filthy Rich.
Ah. Yeah, my brother, he said he did well, but then he said once the tournament comes in, he gets like the worst tournament jitters ever, so he said he lost like immediately.
Yeah.
Okay, so your first real introduction to King of Fighters is probably around '02 when you were playing them. That's really
Yeah.
You haven't played any other games like A Fatal Fury or anything like
Oh
that?
yeah, no, yeah, I've played like the Fatal Fury and Art of Fighting games and all that.
Ah, okay. So
I just haven't really gone into them like as big as I have King of Fighters.
so why do you play King of Fighters?
I really like the fact that it's more kind of like an old school based, really kind of more conservative fighter than most of like what's come out in like the past decade. It's not really that like I have anything too much against like a lot of other fighters. It just I feel like sometimes they're just like they get way too chaotic, or they get like way too complex with like all the systems and all the subsystems you got going on. And I really like it because it's like a very simple old school fighter, but it does have it's still able to survive in like the modern gaming world.
Mm-hmm. So, what do you particularly like about King of Fighters, other than that, like what do you think about the system in King of Fighters compared to other games?
I think what I like about the system is that you can there's lots of different ways to play the game. It's not like you have to do like a 5-minute long combo here, or you have to throw fireballs all the time, or you have to just keep rushing down. You can play the game in many different ways,
Mm-hmm.
and nobody plays the same character the exact same way, and that's what I really like. I really like that there's that much variety in a game without being stuck with one certain pattern.
Oh yeah, and that's always nice to have. So, what about the how the current game is? Obviously you've played '02 before. Like, what do you think about the drive meter and EX moves and how they're done in this game compared to other King of Fighters?
I think the drive and the EX moves are very interesting. I know they're kind of like really kind of put in there to kind of compete with like the modern fighting game scene, but I do think it really adds to the KOF like metagame without changing it too much.
Yeah, it's always nice.
Yeah.
So what about just regular KOF things about it, like rolls and hops? Do you enjoy learning about those type of things?
Yeah, I do. I always really liked that it had that the KOF series has always had multiple options to move around, instead of just like jumping or running around or whatever. Like you can roll in certain situations, or you have different types of jumps to deal with. It's kind of like how like the versus games have kind of like the super jumps and all that, but they really fit it very well into the mold. So it's kind of like still a simple fighter, even with the different options you have to move around.
Yeah, that's always cool. Definitely, they really thought out how they wanted their game to move, and of course over the years they've refined it quite a bit.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you'd like to see in future revisions of the game? Not necessarily like Climax, but more like King of Fighters 14. Like, what would you like to see added to the game?
Like system-wise?
System, characters, anything.
Well, I don't know. I don't want to go too much into a wish list here. You know,
No, it's
like,
all
oh,
just
I want to see Franco Bash and
well, yeah.
and
I mean, no, that's what
and
this
all
is
that.
for.
You know. When I think about like system wise, it is kind of hard because I do think they might try to change it up a little bit in 14, but I don't know how because it seems kind of fine the way it is.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to think like what else they could add on to it.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you know, an example of older games, they've had things like counter and armor mode. Armor mode give you super armor for sacrificing all of your meter, or you know, a striker system where you have like an assist that comes in for a limited amount of stock, or something entirely new.
Although now I think of it, I think it'd be interesting if they had like the old advanced and extra modes back, where you could like choose between dodging or rolling.
Oh, like the ultimate match, yeah, where you can create your own.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The custom option they had.
Yeah, honestly, I really like that. Personally, I like to have running and sidestepping rather than rolling.
I'm kind of more with the running and rolling, but it'd be kind of cool to have like those different options.
Oh yeah. I also like the extra meter because you can obviously QuickMax activate, hence the name. But yeah, there's a lot of cool things in that. So, do you have any interesting like stories of events you've gone to or things that you've noticed?
Of events
or you know, like something like honestly, when the first time I actually ever noticed you was I want to say it was the second time LeBron actually made it out to the Ranbats.
Was it when console just came out?
I think so. I'm not
entirely
sure. I remember he played you in the first round, and after he beat you, you had like the saltiest look on your face. And
but the funny what was like, I remember like I beat him in a match. He's like, wait a second, I got to change controllers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did kind of get salty losing against LeBron.
I'm like, who's this guy? Like, honestly, like I know everyone calls you Commissioner Gordon, you know, in a very friendly way. The first time I saw you, I actually thought of you know, you've seen Back to the Future, right?
Yeah.
You know Marty McFly's like great grandfather? That's the person I thought of.
Oh yeah.
His name's Seamus or something. Like that guy's cool. But that's just, you know, a little side note. Are there any players that you'd like to promote or anything? Like, have you seen like some great players out there?
Well, you know, there's a lot of other players that like especially at Southtown Arcade that are really improving. Reiki's definitely one. He eliminated me last Rambat.
Oh wow.
And yeah, I was off stream though, but he's really improving, especially if you saw the last stream. Jack Burton, who you interviewed a while back, he's one of the most improved I'd say in NorCal overall.
Yeah. Like
it's been a big step up between how he plays now and how he played like 3 months ago. Yeah, there are a lot of really interesting players in NorCal that some of them probably don't get as much time or notice as the others, but I hope they do go further for what they will accomplish, you know.
So obviously you go to the Ranbats there, but what are your next events that you were planning to go to, if you can?
Other than Southtown Arcade, I also go to the Game Center bi-weeklies when they have them. I know they didn't have it this past weekend because a lot of people couldn't show up. I also try to go to Ram Nation as much as I can. I haven't really been there much recently, but I'm actually going again this weekend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then I think I don't really have any majors planned until Evo because I don't have a lot of money or time to really check the others out, especially since I already set aside a lot for Evo. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to Evo. It's like the first one I've gone to so far.
Oh yeah, the first one I went to was last year just for King of Fighters actually. So I didn't actually sign up for anything. It was just a side tournament, but it was a lot of fun. It was really great. Definitely, Evo has got to be out of all, I haven't been to a lot of majors, but everyone always tells me EVO is great. And even if EVO may not be the best that is actually out there, consorting to some people's opinions, it is by far got to be. I mean, I'd still say it's the best, and I'm sure everyone else would agree. But it's just like not only does it have such a great, people playing games and having fun, it's like it really is the community. It's your friends. That everyone's there, and it's like a big melting pot.
Yeah, it looks gigantic, man.
So you're going to Ram Nation this Friday. I guess they're having a better event this time or something. More.
Yeah, I heard a lot more people. I think Roger Dodger and Hell Pockets are coming back. BBZ is looking to go there too. And then like Jose or El Gallo Negro or whatever his name is now.
El Gallo Negro.
Like I remember, like I took him with me the last time, and he said it was fun. It was just like it just goes on really late till like 4 or 5 a.m.
Yeah.
And it kind of like tired him out a bit. So
yeah, I've been there. I've been there twice, I believe. I'd really love to go back. I just haven't had time for the weekends. But yeah, I mean, I hear a lot of people are coming Friday. I guess this Friday would definitely be a great one to go to.
Yeah, and they're trying to stream it again too. I know they haven't streamed it for a while.
Yeah, I think mostly it's because isn't it because Koopa's usually at the game center streaming on the Fridays?
Yeah, and Finest KO is kind of busier now than they used to be.
Definitely. So, how do you think that the scene can be improved? Or what do you think that should be new? Like, do you have any ideas, like, a lot more videos or just getting the word out? Like what do you think would be really beneficial to everyone in the King of Fighters community?
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing I noticed is that it seems to be a lot harder to gather information for not just like nationwide, but international KOF. It's harder to go out there and find what you need to find. I mean, a little easier now than it was like a couple of years ago. I mean, trying to find like a lot of older KOF tournament stuff like a couple of years ago was kind of hard, but now it's a little easier. I do think if we promote the events and what's going on in the scene a little more, it'll get the word out much better. I know we're really good about that, but then some people kind of miss out on these kind of things, and I feel we need to really get as many people into it, as many as there are that are interested.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's pretty much why I like to do these, because not only do I want to interview people that obviously I know are big names, I want to interview people that are playing King of Fighters where people might not actually know where there could be King of Fighters, but there are people out there that are trying to build the scene. So
yeah,
that's why I'm really trying to get people's word out about me, just so they can hit me up for an interview, because obviously I can't know who everyone who is. I've just been filling in the gaps with people like, oh, I know who you are.
Yeah, I kind of wish there was. I'm not trying to shoot any bulls here, but I kind of wish there was more information on the KOF scene on like the East Coast.
Yeah.
It seems like really quiet out there.
Yeah, I talked to obviously Kuma about that last time.
Yeah.
And he says, yeah, there's like pretty much only two big areas, and that's the Kumites and over there in New Jersey at local battles. And I mean, we haven't really heard anything from the Florida area or anywhere like south of New York. There's got to be people out there.
Yeah.
So obviously, there's like Texas scene, Midwest a bit, like Sparkster's out there, but he tells me from where he's at in Missouri, there's not too many people. I think they're more up in the Minnesota, Ohio areas.
Yeah,
so,
that's from what I've heard too.
So hopefully I'd like to get some interviews with some of those people sometime too. Quick question: do you know who that Roy Story of Saurus person is?
I don't know. It's someone goofing around. Someone who's going to give me $26 at EVO, so it's all going to be good.
all I see is that he goes into the channels and starts really trolling with that name, and even confused Bala at one point, thinking that was actually you.
He said, "Hey Bala, this is N4US. I'm going to kick your ass later on." Like Bala started getting into an argument with him. I was like, I had
Yeah.
to tell Bala later on. I was like, no, man, that's not me.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that guy is, but he always seems to show up.
He's I don't know. I might have a vague idea who it is, but I won't get too much into that.
Yeah, okay. Uh, so I think that's pretty much all we need to get covered. Is there anything else you want to say? You want to shout anyone out? You know?
Oh yeah, I want to definitely give a shout out to everyone who's helped out with Southtown. I play winner. Anyone who's posted on NeoGaf and such. Shout out to the Ram Nation crew and all the Finest KO crew and all of them, and all my friends and family and everybody watching right now in the chat and stuff. But yeah, there's my shout outs.
Definitely. Yeah, I gotta say that while SoCal does have probably overall the better players, then NorCal seems to have a lot more areas in which you can play, and I'd say everyone's leveling up nicely. A little stagnant. They could be getting better, but I think as time goes on, it'll go up exponentially, especially once a lot more bigger events happen that people can go to.
Oh, totally.
Yeah. So, thanks again for joining me on this interview. I've been meaning to do this for a while.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man.
Let me get back to the promotions again. Over here, like he said, I Play Winner. Those guys are great. Follow them on YouTube. Follow on stream. Go to their site. They always got upcoming news there. Great guys. Arcade Shock, definitely. If you need arcade parts, sticks, whatever, go hit up Arcade Shock. They'll treat you right.
Yeah, well, Rio's punching right now. Go to it, man.
Yeah, obviously. If it's good enough for his super punch, then it's good enough. Follow the people you see scrolling on the bottom of the screen. Don't forget to follow Hell Pockets. I suppose next Monday, if time allows, we'll actually get on and talk about some things.
Hell Pockets and friends.
Yeah, frines. The more people that follow Hell Pockets, the more we spread breast cancer awareness, which is the best part. So, yeah, definitely. Also, once again, make sure you go to that link up there, the SNK Capcom one. Very important. That is the King of Fighters EVO Pot Bonus Fundraiser. Make sure that you check it out, spread the link, tell everyone, especially tell people on the East Coast, Midwest, anywhere, worldwide, because this is going to be at EVO, and for everyone that shows up, you're definitely going to want lots more money in there. So get that link, go check it out, tell people to donate money. I mean, obviously people like King of Fighters, but maybe they don't want to play it, but at least they could support it.
Yeah, man.
It'd be great. There's prizes for donators and everything, supported by Southtown Arcade and Arcade Shock, two great establishments that I enjoy very much. And yeah, hope you guys have a great time, and thanks again, N4US.
Thank you very much.
Alright, see you all later.